Was Casian Andor a Soviet spy? Andor was born around 33 BBY on the planet Canary. Notable for one of the largest Alliance operations ever mounted, to find and return Galen Erso to Rebel Alliance for questioning on a superweapon he was designing for the Empire. However, most do not know of Andor's other missions. One in particular has been classified for over 70 years. In 2 BBY, the Rebel Alliance is working closely with the Soviet Union to try to combat the Imperial Axis coalition that had been pushed back into Central Europe. Although the Alliance and the Soviets were allies with the United States, there was a great degree of distrust and secrecy between the superpowers. They may have had a common enemy, but not a common vision of the post-war world. The Soviets were aware of a top-secret weapon being developed in the United States, codenamed Project Y, the Manhattan Project. The rebels saw the great potential this weapon could have in their fight against the Empire. They asked the Soviets for any information they may have on the project. The response, however, was limited. It was clear to the Alliance that even the Soviets were being secretive, and so they dispatched Captain Casian Andor of Rebel Intelligence to evaluate the effectiveness of this mysterious weapon of mass destruction and to gather information relating to its development and its effects. Andor's brief was to infiltrate the Manhattan Project under the alias of Klaus Modin, callsign 787. He was to report all findings to the Alliance Consulate in New York. He operated in the United States from the 28th of February 1943 and worked closely with the US communist spy Julius Rosenberg, even though it is not a sanctioned arrangement, as Andor was forbidden to reveal his true identity to anyone, even the Soviets. His work in espionage continued until on the 2nd of May 1945, when he was recalled to Yavin 4. The reason for the rebellion's swift exit from the European theatre is not known, but the main theory is that when the Red Army was at the gates of Berlin, the Imperials abandoned the fight and left the Germans to face the Soviet onslaught alone. It is thought the Alliance saw no reason to combat this small remaining amount of Imperials on Earth and pulled all military resources. The United States successfully tested the first atomic bomb on the 16th of July in New Mexico, and would drop 2 more atomic bombs on Japan on the 6th of August and the 9th of August 1945. These attacks would signify the end of the Second World War. They would conduct 5 more tests before the Soviets developed their first atomic bomb, and tested it on the 29th of August 1949. Maybe this would have happened faster if the Rebel Alliance had provided intelligence to the Soviets of their findings. It can safely be said that the Alliance never developed any nuclear weapons of their own, but to this day it has never been revealed how much intelligence was gathered by rebel spies in the United States. Andor was never publicly awarded for his espionage in the United States, but only months later he was recalled to Yavin 4, where he would be briefed on a new mission, one that would begin the path to an eradication of tyranny in the galaxy, but also his life. A weapon much deadlier and more powerful than anything ever known, the Death Star.